ball to commence the third and very important quarter here at the Western Oval. We see Thomson going in this third quarter with a 5-point advantage. Richard Praslick taps the ball forward, looking for his teammate. Running through there was Smith, but showing some clean pair of heels there. We see that that was number 21 there in Damien McDonald, but his kick is well marked. Kicks up to centre half forward for the Bell Post Hill side, but a great mark has been taken, and I think you'll find that yeah, that's the big fella in Brad O'Keefe. Kicks the ball straight down the centre of the ground, and that's the order of the day here this afternoon. But Steve Campbell is good enough to get a quick kick. Kicks the ball to the member side wing. We see in the van here, and got time to get his kick, was Furco. Or it could have been a push there against Steve Lurie there on Steve Murphy, the centreman who's now seems to be playing on half-forward flank for the Thomson side. But there's been no free kick forthcoming, and we're going to witness a throw-in right in front of the commentary position here this afternoon. Well, over the top again, Praslick. He's won all day in the air. He's killing them, actually. Comes back down to where Houghton now. He's played a serviceable game for the Bell Post Hill side. Our umpire, Alex Smith, has paid Paul McDonald the mark, and for mine it should have been a ball up because Johnny Dempsey had as much football as what McDonald did. A big leap there by the big fella Hayes. He's got support there by his teammate under all sorts of pressure too. Goodwin's in there for the Thomson side. Also Gardner skirting the packs. Just trying to pick up that player on the very bottom. Yes, the ever-reliable Brendan Rowbottom. He's worked very hard for the side there this afternoon. The bounce now favours the big fella in Marr. Taps the ball down there looking for McDonald, but he's hotly pressed there by the Bell Post Hill running players. Oh, coming through strongly Marr, but the ball's fisted towards McDonald. He's pushed in the back. Umpire's not really concentrating because there should have been a kick there, but he's going to let the boundary umpire throw the ball in.
Yeah, that's a fair comment too. The umpire seems to be letting it go at the moment. I noticed once or twice there he put the whistle to his mouth, but wouldn't go on with his conviction to give a free kick.
The old story, he who hesitates is lost, is that right? We see the ball now back with Mark Horton from the Bell Post Hill side. Finds the ever-elusive and evergreen in Neville O'Toole on half-forward. On the left foot, goes towards Everett, but there's been a push there against the fullback in Larry Hayes. And Hayes, who's been an absolute champion there in the last line of defence for the Thomson side, kicks the ball long. But the kick is an ill-directed one, and a nice mark has been taken by Houghton. Houghton's quick kick falls to the arms of Matthews. Steadies from about 30 metres from goal. Great goal to the youngster in Johnny Matthews. He kicks his first goal for the afternoon. Bell Post Hill's fifth. As we see now, the Coca-Cola scoreboard move on to 5 goals, 7-37. Bell Post Hill are in front now of the Thomson side, who are 4 goals, 6-30. Just a correction there on the score. It's 4 goals, 7-31, I should say, to Bell Post Hill, and 4 goals, 6-30.
Good play by Praslick as he barges through the pack there, kicks long. A little bit of hesitance there on the Bell Post Hill allows Brad Redmond to get the ball, have a snap for goal, and that's a good-looking snap. Great goal, Brad Redmond. Great goal, and I think they've made that move, and we mentioned that in the second quarter there, that Brad Redmond down to the forward line, who wasn't doing much around the ground, and just a little bit more mobile down there, and opens things up for the Thomson boys.
The rooms, and you may have had a word in some influential ears down there, mate, did you?
Well, I tried to, mention it to Shane Grapsis, but Shane, being the knowledgeable fella he is on football, had already made the move, so nothing further to be said there.
The bounce is a good one. Praslick just shows strength again, thumps the ball down to where Gardner traps the football, goes to centre half forward. Murphy can't control it. Coming now, though, we see, tries to play for the free kick there was Lurie. No free kick forthcoming, and the Thomson boys showing a lot more fight and spirit in this opening minutes of this third and important quarter, as they've made sure that the ball was not going to get out of their half-forward line. And we're going to see now a bounce down about 45 metres from the Thomson goal. Oh, could have been a free kick for a high tackle there on Murphy. Going in strongly also for the Thomson side was Darren Spence, but clearing the ball now. He copped one a bit high there from McDonald, I think that was, and play's allowed to go on. Coming through strongly now was Ma. Kicks the ball long, looks up there for Cordello. Oh, 2 hands for beginners though, Dominic. As we see the youngster there come through was Bellinger. Kicks the ball back to the wing position. The bounce is not a favourable one though for Broad. Ma, he loses possession. Great tackle by Gardner. Should be penalised, that player in Irwin. Play's allowed to go on. Preslick's in there again for the Thomson side. Forces the ball forward. Players throwing themselves in at will. And the umpire has penalised Michael Smith from the Thomson side on this occasion, and Paul McDonald takes a free kick.
Very poor umpiring there. There was 2 or 3 times the Belpost Hill bloke should have been penalised for holding the ball. Although the last free kick was there, it wasn't in the back. Thomson could have got three kicks there before that. As the ball's being thrown back in here on the Belpost Hill half-forward line, Preslick wins the tap once again. This is young Smith, kicks the ball out. There's no one in the middle for Thomson, but the Belpost Hill fumbles, butters up well, kicks the ball down, looking for his full forward. Good defence again, Larry Hayes. Brendan Rowbottom backs him up. Now that should be a free kick. Larry Hayes working hard again. Great play, Larry Hayes, but O'Toole chips in, has a shot for goal and misses. Great defence there, Larry Hayes, and backing up well there was Brendan Rowbottom too. Punt kick, players fly, could have been a mark of the Belpost Hill blokes. Craig McCallum follows through well. He's got some pace, Craig McCallum. Darryl Smith, good shepherding, kicks the ball down long. Brad Redmond's made the lead. Handball's over to Spency. Now if this bounce is right, he gets the wrong bounce. Moves it well, he's strong. Dominic Cordello. Possibly a little bit stiff there, and as the ball comes out to the number 47, Highland, kicks long to the half-forward line. The Belpost Hill fella still got it here, well tackled there.
Great tackle by Michael Smith.
This play's allowed to go on. The umpire letting it go here. The Belpost Hill fella gets up holding his head. Complained to the umpire. The umpire says you duck your head. That's a fair enough answer to Alex Smith. As he balls up on the half-back flank for Thomson, Preslick once again wins it, but it goes over the boundary line, out of bounds, and we'll see a boundary throw in. Grabs the ball. Good work, Preslick. Now that could have been a little bit higher to McDonald. Preslick butters up again. Kicks it down. Craig McCallum, he's got some pace now. He can get out, handballs over the top of his head. 27 for Belpost Hill, kicks the ball out of bounds, and on those fellas forcing him to make these errors. The Smith ground, Damien McDonald chipping in, gets the ball, gets a good handball out to Preslick again, who kicks. Here's a chance here for Murphy. Murphy looked for the handball, elects to kick, kicks the ball down the ground. Dominic Cordello, could have been nearly a mark. As we see Sverko have a good shot for goal. Brad Redmond and the Belpost Hill. Good work, Thomson. A little bit unfortunate. Could have been a goal. Good build-up. They seem to be playing with a lot of conviction out there at the moment, Thomson. As the Belpost Hill full-back kicks in. Paul Preslick been very impressive. This is Smith. He's got a bit of pace too, but unfortunately kicks out of bounds on the full. We see the kick come back. There's a man loose. That's a little bit of poor checking there. He might look over this side. No, he elects to go straight down the ground. Spencer, that's a good mark to 36. Who's that one? Fairchild for Belpost Hill, who's played a pretty solid game. Rowbottom and Chopper comes running through there to Sverko. Should have held that young Sverko. 28 kicks the ball down. Good defence again there by Chopper O'Keefe. And deserves a free kick, and rightly so he gets it. Now he could chip this round. I see Jack Dempsey standing over there by himself, but elects to go straight down the ground long to Preslick. There's a bit of a pack forms, and that could be holding the ball too. He's been very severe. I think the Thomson boys are tackling very well, but are not being rewarded for their efforts.
Yeah, fair comment too, Paul, on that occasion, because he did try to break through the pack, that player from Belpost Hill. Had time to get rid of it. The tackle was a good one and should have been penalised. It doesn't matter though, because Preslick thumps the ball 25 metres towards the Thomson goal. McCallum now has got a paddock. He has 2 bounces. He looks up the ground. A long kick sees Gillett stay back over the top. Redmond! Oh, bad luck on that occasion to the youngster as we see the ball now squeeze off hands through for a minor score. Great build-up, Polly Rankin.
Yeah, once again, Craig McCallum adding a bit of pace. Brad Redmond had the sit for the good mark, just unfortunately just couldn't hold on to the ball, but Thomson looking the better side here at the moment. Daryl Smith punches the ball. Could have been a little bit high, yes, that's fair enough, that's a Bell Post Hill free kick. Steve Campbell, kicks long, Dempsey over the back, good effort. Now what's going on here? I don't think anyone knows. The Bell Post Hill play threw the ball away. It's Jack Dempsey's kick. I think it was paid for shepherding. Kicks the ball long down towards centre half forward, who Spency's fighting off about two of them. Good hard work, but a great mark to Fairchild. They've had a very good battle all day, Fairchild and Spence. I think Spence is just ahead in this battle because he's been a little bit more constructive. He's worked well down there. Dempsey comes over, good tap. Sverko keeps the ball out in front of him with a handball, runs down, follows up. Spud Murphy's behind him. Good work by the Bell Post Hill boys. Dempsey could have grabbed him there. Oh, this is good, solid stuff. 22 for Bell Post Hill. He comes back onto the left foot. Bushy Gardner goes through in hard there. Bushy follows up well. Good play, Bushy Gardner. But here once again, this is Fairchild. Probably Darren, you should be following up a little bit. It's 22 fumbles. Brendan Rowbottom, been very sure all day. Could have cut one a little bit high, yes, and the umpire's seen it. So it's a free kick to Thomson on their half-back line, which is Brendan Rowbottom, who doesn't look too well now, as we see Jimmy Humphries, the runner run out, and Donny McCallum speeding out to the ground there. A great old fella for the club, Donny McCallum. Now Rowie seems to come up all right here. Now he's a beautiful long kick of the ball, which he does, a lovely kick. We see the ball drift over the back, number 44 for Bell Post Hill. Mar's under the ball, but comes back well. Played a top quarter so far this quarter, Mar, but his kicking has let him down on this occasion. Bell Post Hill, 44, keeps the ball in. O'Toole, quick handball out to 46, running down. Larry Hayes, over his head, it's over everyone's head, running towards the forward pocket. Could have been a trip there, could have been holding the ball there too. But the umpire elects to call it out of bounds, and we have a throw in Bell Post Hill's forward pocket. We'll see Alf Maher do the ruck work for Thomson. I think the Bell Post Hill bloke got the knock, as it gets very scrambly, and the umpire, rightly so, calls the ball up. The ball being bounced in the Bell Post Hill forward line. Maher goes for the knock. The Bell Post Hill bloke wins it. Could have been a free kick to Thomson there for in the back. Dempsey tries to barge his way through. Play on's the call. This Bell Post Hill fella has a snap for goal. Good defence by Thomson over the back, punching through, and once more we have another throw in the forward pocket. Just looking out there, a couple of Bell Post Hill fellas having a bit of a fight amongst themselves. Oh, it's a good goal. He's been impressive, this fella, number 44, who is Steve Campbell. A little bit poor on the tackle there. I think he should have been made to work a little bit harder to score that goal.
Shows that at the 12-minute mark of this very important third quarter, scoreboard all locked together. Bell Post Hill 5-8-38, Thomson 5-8-38. Anybody's game here this afternoon in the Geelong District Division 1 first semi-final, as we see Presley get it down to Gardner, running through, a lovely kick there and a great mark. That was McCallum kicking the ball, and Steve Murphy now an opportunity. About 40 metres out, goes shorts, it's Cordello, and Dominic Cordello takes a fine grab about 25 metres from goal on about a 45-degree angle, and I would suggest that Dominic Cordello, wearing that famous number 8 jumper, which yours truly has carried for many years, has got an opportunity to kick his first goal for the afternoon, and kicks truly like a true champion, straight through the centre, kicking Thomson's 6th goal for the afternoon. They now handy 6-point leaders, as I say, approaching the 13-minute mark of this third and very important quarter. Anybody's game, Polly Rankin.
I think Thomson have made the move that Brian Gardner is into the centre now, and that's a couple of good constructive handballs to the running players coming past out of that centre. Very good work, Brian Gardner, to set that up to Craig McCallum and Murphy, and a very good pass over to Dominic Cordello, who a lovely goal straight through the centre.
Yeah, good vision by that youngster in Murphy. Played a fair game too since being moved to half forward. Praslick, though, the best man on the ground for mine, thumps the ball forward. Great tackle there placed on the bell post hill player by Daryl Smith, but they've got good support. But a great mark by Jack Dempsey across half back, and he's going to repel another bell post hill attack. Kicks the ball long too, looking for Praslick in front. Can't take the mark. Gardner overruns the football. Throwing his weight in there very strongly again is the big fella Richard Praslick, but the umpire, Dave McLaughlin, has called for a bounce on the centre wing position out of sight of the ground. 15 minutes gone of this third quarter. Still pretty blustery conditions here at the Western Oval. The bounce favours the Bell Post Hill boys, who all stop. Number 27 for the Bell Post Hill side in Wayne, or should I say Andrew Way, the halfback flanker, takes the free kick for a push in the back. Way now kicks the ball long to centre half forward. Ma's got the sit, punches the ball down. Great football. Coming through strongly was Cordello. Can't take the ball with him though. Going through strongly again, Ma. He's well tackled and has the ball stolen from him. Kicks the ball up at that ever reliable big fella there in Larry Hayes. Takes two bounces. He's taken a third bounce. He's lost it, but he's good enough to regain it again. He's gained about 85, 90 metres. Kicks the ball 60 metres down the ground, but it goes straight to Bell Post Hill. Coming through strongly, we see Sfurko intelligently get a quick kick to centre half forward. The ball doesn't stand up nicely though for Redmond, and coming through strongly there was Fairchild. But now Smith showing a clean pair of heels. Great shepherding work there also by Goodwin. Allows Smith now to pop the ball onto his left foot, but he was tackled just as he kicked the football and has kicked the ball now out of bounds on the full there on the wing position. And we hope he's not too seriously hurt, because he has been playing some pretty good aggressive football. The ball punched away there from Murphy. Comes down to the centre of the ground. Cordello in there, picks the ball up, thumps it forward, but the ball is smothered in the centre there. Coming through again strongly, we see now McDonald with the football. Forces it out to where Sfurko. He's held without the football, but giving support though to Sfurko was great work by Brian Gardner, and he's forced to bounce down right in the centre of the Western Oval here this afternoon. 6:8:44 Thomson, 5:8:38 Bell Post Hill as we approach the 18-minute mark of this third quarter. Oh, thumped forward by Cordello. Looks up the ground there for Dempsey, who seems to be on half forward. Goes now, kicks to the centre half forward position. The bounce favours the big fella. He's in front now, traps the ball sweetly. Got support from the running McCallum, 30 metres from goal. Looks up the ground for Redmond, but the kick is just a little bit too far. And the big fella there in Brad Redmond couldn't quite get his hands to it, and a little bit unlucky in that build-up.
Well, Craig really had three options there. He could go for goal. He had Doug Gillett leading out, and he also had Brad in the pocket, and probably a little bit indecisive by him. He possibly should have had the shot for goal, and as we see the Bell Post Hill fella kick it in, Damien McDonald, and we've also got Praslick again, who's going to kick long and have a shot for goal, lays the ball up, and that's a pretty good effort, but it's just offline. 3 for 1 point. I don't know about you, Ron, but Praslick's game just seems to get better and better as he's going along here. He's had numerous possessions this quarter.
I think he's been on the ball all day too, Paul, hasn't he?
He has been on the ball all day, but, you know, it's very fit young man. Flies for the mark there. We see McDonald down. Could have been in the end of the back. Shovels the ball out there. We got Daryl Smith, who seems to have recovered from that injury. Good handball over the top. Craig McCallum, who's opened this forward line right up. Jack Dempsey just couldn't keep the ball in play. Then we see a throw in Thomson's forward pocket. We'll see Brad Redmond, I think, do the ruck work here. Gets the punch, knocks it over his head cleverly. It's a bit of a game of volleyball there at the moment as 27 gets the kick, and that was pretty sloppy football all around there. Kicks it out of bounds on the out there. We see Dempsey, it's kicked to him in the pocket. And that should be play on. Yes, I think Dempsey had first hands on the ball there as the umpire calls a ball up in the Thomson forward pocket again. And we'll see Brad Redmond do the ruck work again. Gets his body in front well. Tackles well. And now that could have been holding the ball, but the umpire seen it the other way with a slight tap on the back of the head, and the Bellpost Hill fellow kicks from half back towards the centre. Brian Gardner behind, nudges. Oh, great mark, Brian Gardner. Great mark. He's played a very good quarter since he's come into the centre here. Very strong fella, yes. Now this Thomson forward line once again. There's nowhere for Darren Spence to lead. He's behind. It's over the back. Dempsey's a chance. Could have been a trip. Yes, the umpire's seen it, which would put Jack Dempsey about 40 yards out, 35 to 40 yards out from goal, dead in front, to have a shot for goal, which would be a pretty tough kick because that wind is starting to swirl up around again, and the minute I'm saying it, it's starting to get stronger. Usually quite a nice kick, Dempsey. Stutters, comes in, kicks long, but he's pulled it across his body, through for 1 point.
Time made a match-winning moves because they've got a lot more bite now across half forward with McCallum and also Murphy.
Yeah, a lot more pace on that forward line at the moment. This Bellpost Hill are a chance here. Good shepherding work there as number 4, who is Mark Horton, runs down the ground, had his third bounce, still going. Sverko's got him. Good play. That's good football, young Sverko, to keep going. As we see the ball in the Bellpost Hill forward line, very scrambly, hard work down there. And what has the umpire seen? Smith, once again, he has seen a Bellpost Hill free kick. Did you pick that up, Ron?
No, for mine, I think it could have been a trip first to the Thomson player. So,
as we see Neville O'Toole have a shot for goal, and I think if you watch Neville play football, quite often he goes down holding his head and playing for these free kicks. That's a beautiful looking kick, but it swung away at the last minute, and I think it's through for 1 point. Larry Hayes kicks in a floating punt kick, very hard to mark, but he's done well. That 44 once again, who's played a fairly good game for Steve Campbell for Bellpost Hill. Kicks the ball into the forward line. Larry Hayes gets himself in front. Good work, Larry Hayes. And he's following up again. I tell you what, he's played a tremendous game. Larry Hayes is the pace of Damien McDonald takes him out to that flank and kicks that right foot, lets him down again and kicks out of bounce on the full. As we see Alistair Broad kick the ball in towards the Bellpost Hill line. Good work, Alf Maher. Larry Hayes again. What a great game he's playing. Now, it's up to the centre here. A few loose players of Bellpost Hill. 27. Way kicks the ball down the forward line. Alfie Maher, good hard work. Stay in. Oh, yeah. What do they call that? Run a Johnny Beckworth kick? Or
beautiful judgment shown there by the big centre half-back, and the ball just bounced centimetres within the boundary line.
Preslick does the work in the ruck. There's a goal, didn't quite carry to Cordello, who comes in well, showing his soccer skills there, tries to move the ball along. Dame McDonald handballs out. We got Sverko coming in here, Craig McCallum off the ground. Dominic Cordello again, he's fighting hard, Dominic. McDonald, who's working hard, comes around the wing, puts it onto the right foot. They've got three blokes out here. Now, Murphy should be the handball over to the top to Smith, which he does. Jack Dempsey should be in there talking. That's a beautiful handball to Brad Redmond. Now we need something. We need Dougie moving out. He's gone a bit far, but he hasn't been penalised. Daryl Smith runs into a goal. 25 yards out, has a shot for goal, and I think he stuck it through. Great play, Thomson. Great teamwork. I think it all come from the hard work over this side of Dominic Cordello. Number 8, as Ron just mentioned up. Good hard work by a few of them over this side, which really opened things up. A couple of good handballs, nice couple of passes, and a great goal for Thomson as the Coca-Cola scoreboard reads Bellpost Hill, 5 goals 9, 39, and the Thomson score hasn't come up yet, Ron. 7-10, and what's that in math? 52. Right, and I'll hand it back to Ron for a little while. My throat's getting sore.
Of this third quarter, and another goal would be very handy for the Thomson boys, as they are now seen to be running a little bit harder at the football, playing a little bit more disciplined style of game. As we see coming through strongly again for the Thomson side was Michael Smith, who's added a bit of bite around the ground. But this fellow, number 8, Cordello, breaks clear, goes short with champagne football, and this footballer has also livened up their half-forward line in Brad Redmond, who takes one of many grabs this term, kicks the ball long, looking up the ground there for the big fella Gillett, coming through strongly, Michael Smith, great goal, sorry Daryl, Daryl Smith, great football, kicked 2 goals in as many minutes, and the Thomson Tigers have come alight here at the Western Oval as we see that the Coca-Cola scoreboard now show as we approach time on. 8 goals, 10, 58 points, 19-point leaders over the Belpost Hill side who appeared to have stopped on 5-9-39.
Would be very nice for the Thomson cause.
Okay, back with central umpire Dave McLaughlin. The bounce favours the Paul McDonald. He breaks clear. He's under a bit of pressure there, though, from Mike Smith. Good stuff. But McDonald's good enough to get his kick down to the full forward line. There's got to be 50 metres played against Steve Campbell here for mine, because that was a great mark taken there by Craig McCallum. But you wouldn't believe it, no 50 metres forthcoming. McCallum now kicks the ball long to the member side wing position. Pack of players fly. Sverko had enough brains to stay down below. Great football from that dashing wingman there in Paul Sverko. Gets his quick kick up to half forward. Redmond intelligently over the top, looking there for his teammate as we hear the siren sound to terminate a very entertaining third term, especially if you're a Thomson supporter, as they hold a handy... Oh, let's have a look. 19-point lead over the Belpost Hill side. As we see, the Coca-Cola scoreboard shows Thomson 8-10-58, Belpost Hill 5-9-39.